Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Today we will be tie-dyeing shirts with bleach, so let's get into the video. Items you need can be found at the Dollar Tree, so you will need 2 buckets, a bucket per shirt. So for every shirt, 1 bucket. You will also need Clorox bleach, hydrogen peroxide, and a squirt bottle. All can be found at the Dollar Tree. Also, a shower curtain liner, a cooking rack, and rubber bands, also at the Dollar Tree. And just so you can see a little closer view of the cooking rack, this is what it looks like. It would be in the cooking aisle of the Dollar Tree. You will also need 2 shirts. We're going to use yellow and purple today because I love the way yellow and purple bleach. Purple bleaches pink and also white, so that's pretty cool. Got these from Hobby Lobby. They are the brand Gildan in heavy cotton. So you will need 2 shirts of your choice. Before we start the bleaching process, you want to make sure that you soak your shirts. So I soaked my shirts in the sink. There's no amount of time that they have to soak for. You just have to make sure that they are completely wet. They are drenched in water. You want the shirts to be wet before we start the bleaching process. Once your shirts are completely wet, you do want to squeeze the shirts out. Do not make the mistake by twisting the shirts. You do not want to twist the shirts because that's going to stretch the shirt out. So what you want to do is ball the shirt up and squeeze to remove the excess water. You want to remove the excess water from the shirts, but you want your shirts to be completely wet. So squeeze the shirts. Again, do not twist the shirts to remove the water because it will stretch out your shirt, and you do not want your shirts stretched out. You want them to still be tight. You want the collar around the neck to still be tight, as if it's still a brand new shirt. So if your shirt is stretched out, it's not going to look brand new. So once you've squeezed out all the excess water, just lay your shirts to the side, and you want to do the same thing for both shirts. Remember guys, do not twist your shirts. Squeeze the shirts out. You have to use your muscles and put your back into it. Bring those big muscles out. Now you want to find you a flat surface to lay your shirt out and open up those rubber bands. So I'm using my kitchen counter because this little space on my counter is big enough to fit the entire shirt, unlike my working table. So sometimes you have to improvise, guys. So make sure if you use your kitchen counter that your counter is indeed clean. So what we're going to do for the yellow shirt is we're going to create a spiral. We're going to do a spiral effect. So you want to pinch it in the center and twist the shirt. Whatever way you twist it, either left or right, you want to continue to twist it that way. So if you start out twisting it left, don't twist it right because then you're going to undo your spiral. So as you can see the spiral forming. So I'm taking here the pieces of the shirt and just folding them and then spinning. So you will have to help the shirt out a little bit. It's not going to make a spiral, a complete spiral on its own just by you twisting it. You will have to fold little pieces and move it around, as you can see, but it will turn out perfect. Just copy exactly what I'm doing and turn, turn, turn. So it does get a little hard towards the end, so you will need to go through and make the folds yourself a little bit, as you can see what I'm doing here. And then you're just gonna keep spinning until it forms like a complete circle. So actually what it's gonna look like to me is, you know how a hurricane looks out in the ocean, that spiral, that's what it looks like to me. So once your shirts start looking like a hurricane, just go ahead and flip it on over, and I think you're done. Once it looks like this, like a hurricane, you're done. And then all you will need to do now is take your rubber bands and rubber band it. Once you have your shirt in its perfect spiral, the best you're gonna get it You're gonna use your rubber bands just to put around the shirt so that the shirt does not lose its form. Because we're gonna be moving this shirt around, and if we don't rubber band it, then the shirt is just gonna unravel and it's gonna fall apart. So you need to put as many rubber bands around the shirt as possible just so that it can keep its spiral form. I don't know how many rubber bands I used actually because I have not counted, but there's no right or wrong with the rubber bands, just as many as you need to keep the shirt intact. Once you feel you have enough rubber bands on your shirt, around your shirt, you can lift it up. As you can see, that's our spiral, and flip it over. And once I flip it over, I pat the back. So the front side was the front of the shirt. Once you flip it over, this is the back, and I just pat the back and put a dent in the middle. So as you can see, it's like a little dent in the center of the shirt. And I do this because I want the front of the shirt, when we bleach it, I want the front to be flat. So now you can see how flat the front is. Here's a better view. This is the front, and then this is the back. Once I flip it over, as you can see, you see the dent in the center. That's what you want. You don't want the dent on the front, so that's why it's important to flip it and mash the back so the dent is in the back of the shirt. So what we're gonna do is bleach 1/2 of the shirt. So 1/2 of the front and 1/2 of the back. Now for our purple shirt, we will not be doing a spiral. We're gonna do something different. So what we're gonna do with the purple shirt is called the scrunch. So we're gonna start from the bottom of the shirt and we're gonna scrunch halfway up to the top. So we're gonna scrunch and we're gonna stop about halfway. So about the center of the shirt, we're gonna stop scrunching. So pay attention to my fingers. This has to be the easiest way to bleach your shirt. I love the scrunch effect because it ends up looking electrifying. And you'll see once the shirt is done what I mean by electrifying. So I'm going to scrunch the bottom, and then I'm going to scrunch the sleeves and a little bit of the shoulders on each side. So pay attention to the way I'm scrunching this sleeve, because the other sleeve, I didn't know it was cut off in the video, so you can't actually see, but I am doing it the exact same way I did the sleeve on the right side of the shirt. So this is how it turned out. This is how it looks before we put the rubber bands on, just like the yellow shirt. You just want to add enough rubber bands so that the shirt does not lose its form. So this is how the shirt looks after I rubber banded it. I ended up putting 3 at the bottom and 1 per sleeve. But again, you can use as many as you need. There's no right or wrong with the rubber bands. So you just don't want your shirt to lose its form once you move it around and take it outside and bleach it. And what I mean by outside, you want to bleach your shirts directly under the sun. And I wasn't trying to blind y'all, but this is where you will need your shower curtain liner and your cooking rack. And you want to lay it on your grass right under the sun. So wherever the sun is shining, that's where you want to lay your shirts for them to be bleached. The sun, you need the sun to bleach your shirts. The sun speeds up the bleaching process, and for some reason it helps the shirts bleach. I don't know why, it just does. So again, I'm not trying to blind y'all, but I want y'all to see that you have to let your shirts directly under the sun. While your shirt's outside, it's time to prepare your bleach. So you want to pour all your Clorox, both your bottles of your Clorox bleach, into your spray bottle. You will not use the entire spray bottle of bleach on your shirts. You will have a lot of bleach left over for your other bleach projects. So do not think that you have to use the entire bottle of bleach on your shirts. You're going to over bleach your shirts, and it's probably going to bleach a hole in them. So again, do not over bleach your shirts. Now we're back outside, and it's time to bleach our shirts. So remember, I said we will only need to bleach half of the yellow shirt. So I'm only going to spray bleach on half of the yellow shirt. So one half will be bleached and the other half will not be bleached. So we're going to do this for both sides of the yellow shirt. So whatever side that you spray bleach on, when you flip your shirt over, you want to spray bleach on that same side that you bleached on the front. And for the purple shirt, you're just going to spray bleach across everything that you scrunched. So you're going to spray bleach on the bottom of the shirt, and you're going to spray bleach along the sleeves of the shirt. So for the purple shirt where we did the scrunch, you would just spray bleach all across where you scrunched the shirt and all across the sleeves, like so. Okay, now I'm going to flip over the yellow shirt. So the side that I bleached on the front will be the same side that I bleached on the back. Make sure that you bleach the shirt on both sides on the same side. So I'm just going to bleach the back of the yellow shirt on the same side that I bleached the front of the yellow shirt. And the same thing applies for the purple shirt. You want to flip it over and bleach the back of the purple shirt as well. So you want to flip over the part that you scrunched and you bleached on the front. You want to bleach the back along with bleaching the back of the sleeves. You want to bleach both sides of the shirt in the same area on both sides. Here I'm just lifting up the rubber bands on the side that I bleached just to make sure that bleach did get up under the rubber band. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. So just make sure that bleach does get up under the rubber bands. So here you can see your shirts have started to bleach. So while your shirts are bleaching, you want to go inside and prepare your buckets with water and hydrogen peroxide. So let these sit for a while you prepare your buckets. Fill each of your buckets up with hot water and then add half a bottle of your peroxide. So each bucket will need half a bottle of peroxide and fill each bucket up with hot water. The hydrogen peroxide helps stop the bleaching process. Now we're going to step back outside and check on our shirts, and they seem to have bleached very well. You can tell by the yellow shirt what I meant by half bleach, half not bleach. And it bleached well on both sides. It bleached white, completely white. Well, not completely white, but white enough. It bleached white, and the purple shirt also bleached white in areas. And as you can see, this is what I meant by purple bleaches pink first. So this is the back of our purple shirt. It didn't bleach as much as I wanted it to. So we're going to let this sit out in the sun just a little longer until it looks like the front of the shirt. It shouldn't take that long because the sun's out. Like I say, the sun is like activation for bleach. So while you wait on your purple shirt to finish bleaching, go ahead and put the yellow shirt in the bucket of hydrogen peroxide. You want to let your shirts soak for at least 10 to 15 minutes just to make sure that the bleach is completely out of the shirt. And then we're going to return to the purple shirt. So the purple shirt is done bleaching now. It looks identical to the front now. So now we can add it to the hydrogen peroxide bowl. And again, you want your shirts to sit in the peroxide and the hot water for at least 10 to 15 minutes just to make sure that the bleaching has stopped and the bleach is out of the shirts. Once your shirt has sat 10 to 15 minutes in the peroxide, now you want to add them into your washing machine and put the washing machine on rinse. After the rinse cycle is completed, you want to then add your shirts into the dryer and let them dry until the shirts are completely dry. You want your shirts completely dry so that then you can iron them. These shirts have already been ironed. They are completely dry and I've ironed them already. And this is what the purple shirt looks like. And this is what I meant by electrifying. It looks, I don't know, it just looks like bolts, lightning bolts. I don't know. It just looks electric to me. And this is what the yellow shirt looks like. So this is what I meant by a spiral. I think next time I'm going to bleach a little more of the shirt so the spiral will be a little bit more bigger. But it still turned out great. So this is what a spiral looks like. If you want to wear those shirts as is, just bleached, you can. They are ready to go. You don't have to do anything else. But we are going to add images on our shirt. So we're going to go over to our CRICUT design space. So again, guys, don't forget to like, hit the notification bell, and subscribe for more videos. And we're going to go over to images in our CRICUT design space. Now, under images, there are all kinds of categories. You can choose from all kinds of images, but I'm going to go under phrases. And I'm just going to scroll under phrases until I find an image or something that I like. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just scrolling. And I came across this image. It says good vibes, fun times, and tan lines. So I'm going to add that to my canvas because I actually think this will look good on our yellow shirt. And then I'm going to zoom out. So I like good vibes and fun times, and I don't have tan lines. So I'm going to get rid of the tan lines because I don't have tan lines. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have those, so I'm not going to put that on a shirt. So what I'm going to do is delete this layer. And then I'm going to go back, group good vibes and fun times, and then I'm going to resize it. So I'm going to resize it to a 11-inch width and then a 5-inch height. And then I'm done with this. So we're going to use this cute orange and blue. That's going to go on our yellow shirt. I think it's going to look nice on our yellow shirt. So we're done finding an image for our yellow shirt. So now we're going to go over back to images, and then we're going to find something to go on our purple shirt. It took me a little longer to find something else. See, that image just stood out, and it's so much to go through. They have so many images, and it took a while, so that's why I sped up the video so y'all wouldn't have to sit 10 minutes watching me scroll. But I did end up finding something, and we should be coming upon it here soon. So here we are. This little cute little flower smiley face. It says summer vibes. So that's what I'm going to go with for our purple shirt. And I think that's going to look nice on our purple shirt. So I'm going to add that to our canvas. So again, guys, don't forget to zoom out so both of your images can be on the same canvas. So this image also will need to be resized. I think I'm gonna go with a 9x9. I think that'll be a pretty decent size for our shirt. I'm gonna unlock it, and then I'm going to go up and resize the shirt to a 9-inch width and then a 9-inch height. And then I'm gonna lock it back. I'm also gonna change the color of the Summer Vibes image to white because that black wouldn't have looked good on purple. I'm sorry. So I think white will stand out pretty well on our purple shirt. And we are pretty much done here as far as images. And I'm just gonna look over, make sure everything looks all right. And then we're gonna click make it. Now that our mats are sorted out, you want to go through each mat and make sure that the mirror is on. Since we are ironing these images on shirts, you want to always make sure that the mirror is on. You don't want to make that mistake of cutting your image and the mirror is not on. then you're gonna have to do it all over again. And I just wanted to show y'all something. See, this is matte 1. You see how matte 1 is highlighted and then matte 2 and 3 is shaded? Always pay attention to that. Always go back up and highlight matte 1 and start from the top, because if you don't and your image, your matte is on matte 2 is highlighted, and you go load the matte with white vinyl because you think it's still on matte 1, you're gonna have a wrong cut and the wrong color cut. So always make sure whichever matte that you are trying to cut, always make sure that that particular matte is highlighted. Now you can click continue, and now you are ready to load your machine. You're ready to cut your images out and weed. So my images are already cut it out. I've already weeded them, and this is what they look like. You guys already know how I like to iron on my shirts. I like to lay my shirts down on my mat, on a piece of cardboard. I set my heat press to 350, and I just like to iron my shirts down on the floor so that I can always get a better view. But I do have a actual heat press. I just like to use my handheld heat press. But I do have a heat press, but 9 times out of 10 in my videos, you will see me use my handheld heat press. And then you want to iron your image on for 30 seconds at a temperature of 350. So this is the turnout, guys. This is our purple shirt. Our purple shirt is complete and it looks nice. We're going to do the same thing for our yellow shirt. We're going to press our image on for 30 seconds at a 350 temperature. And this is what it looks like once that's done. So the yellow shirt turned out great as well. That orange and that teal blue, it looks good on that yellow. It really does. So we are done with both of our shirts. Our shirts are complete. And here's the turnout, guys. This is the yellow shirt. The yellow shirt turned out great. This is the purple shirt. The purple shirt turned out great as well. And that is a wrap, guys. So don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bells, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.